Seems like maybe over these last few weeks, you're as healthy as you've been in a calendar year after all of the things you went through last year. Fair assessment?
Yes, it's very fair, and I feel great. Feels amazing just to be back on the field with my boys. So,
Do you feel a difference from even the first few weeks to now, just in the way that you're playing?
I'm playing more confident. It feels like, and trusting my speed and athletic ability. So, it's helped me play more confident, and
How much fun are you having right now?
I'm having a lot of fun, man. It's just great, like I said, to be back on the field with all my teammates.
Talk about this defense a little bit and just its progression through the year. Maybe a slower start, but it feels like you guys are playing as confident and maybe as well as you've had at any point this year.
Yeah, that's the thing. We just needed to realize that we are an older group of guys now, and we just had to play to our capabilities, and I think we're finally figuring that out after most of the season. So.
You guys have had quite the rotation of defensive ends throughout the season, but that's got a little thin with some injuries.
Yep.
Is it any different when you're needing to take more snaps in the game compared to the way it was when there were 4 guys rotating through that position?
I don't mind it at all. I told my coach Hickle, I said, I don't get tired, so you can leave me in whenever.
Talk about, you're not as big as Miles or even Parrish, some of the other defensive ends. Obviously, you use your quickness throughout your career. Just talk about your style of defensive end and what your set of skills lends to you being successful like you are.
Yeah, for sure. I have to use my hands way more and have great feet and just use my quickness, like you said, and get around people. But yeah, it definitely is a disadvantage being 6'1", 6 foot. So.
Do you have an idea of when you're watching offensive linemen through the week of the other team? Do you get an idea of what you're going to need to do against that particular lineman in order to get around them, or is it kind of the same thing because you can't change your size?
Yeah. When I watch film, I always check for keys like that. Our D-line coach is really big on watching for keys and certain things that the O-linemen do that we can pick up on in key, like run pass or anything like that. That'll help us out a lot so we can just go and not think.
Emporia State Saturday, obviously they got a veteran offensive line. They've won a lot of football games. What's the big challenge against that high-flying offense?
Yeah, I'm sure we're going to see a lot of 3-step pass and everything, so we just have to do what we can to get after the quarterbacks as a D-line. So,
as a veteran group, you mentioned older guys in a veteran group playing together. Is there just some things that happen kind of organically, just because you guys have played so much football? Like maybe you don't necessarily have to talk about certain things because you know each other's going to take care of it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like in the D-line room, if someone takes an inside move, the tackle will cover him up or whatever without even thinking about it, just because we have that experience together in chemistry. So I think that helps us a lot, play more freely.
It's kind of an odd ending to the season, a game, a bye week in a game, and I'm sure every player doesn't mind a week off at some point to rest up their bodies, but is it still easy to look at just this week and not look ahead at the bye week?
Yeah, I think it is, because this is a huge game for us, and I think everybody around us knows that. So we just have to keep building on these past couple of games we've played and come out and play our hardest this week and have a good practice all throughout this week.
You mentioned 3-step drop, a lot of quick passes. That seems to be the trend in the conference this year.
Yeah.
You face that a lot. What's the big challenge? Because it's hard for you guys to get a lot of pressure on the quarterback when they're doing that. What's the biggest challenge for teams that play that way?
Just trying to get our hands up when the ball comes out and just hope for the best, but just get after the quarterback while we can, and if he does, we got to play with relentless effort. So if someone misses a sack or something, we can go pick it up.
You mentioned big game. You guys haven't won on the road yet this year. Got close at Pittsburgh. Do you sense a difference in how you play on the road, or you feel that that's something that's being taken care of?
I feel like it's taken care of. I think we're gonna fix that this week.